Please help support the channel by visiting our Amazon store, affiliate link below. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel, and I just saw the weirdest video of 2018. And oh yeah, it's the Logan Paul Suicide Forest video. I saw at least a 2-minute clip, not the whole thing, just a clip people have re-uploaded because the video's been taken down. And there is a lot of people that are discussing this online. A lot of people are upset about it. A lot of people are freaking out about it. A lot of people are saying, this is the end of Logan Paul. This is the end of Logan Paul. It's actually not the end of Logan Paul. As sad as that sounds, and that is so freaking sad, it's not the end of Logan Paul. And I'm going to explain. Now, here's the deal. I want to just kind of start off by saying this. Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Zoella, Rice Scum, Boogie2988, PewDiePie, Armored Skeptic Shoe on Head, myself, Dave Cullen, Sargon of a Cod, Chris Reagan, many of your favorite YouTubers do this as a full-time job, a business. We have business licenses. We pay taxes, a lot in taxes. We hire employees. We run this like a business. So everything we do has got to be business up front. That's got to be it. Now, if you can have fun while you're doing it, by all means, that's awesome. But that's the reality of it. This is a business. So what Logan Paul did by posting this video and then pulling the video was a very well-crafted business decision. Whether he knows it or not, I have no idea. I've not seen into the psyche of that man. I don't think I want to. It just looks like a hamster on a wheel covered by bottles of bleach. Okay, that's pretty much, that's how I view Logan Paul. But the guy's been successful. All right, him and his brother have a brand. They have a legacy. They are huge. I mean, they just bought a $6 million house. You know what I mean? Like they got the cash. So here comes along the story idea. Akigohara, the suicide forest at the foot of Mount Fuji in Japan. This, my friends, is not an unknown thing. Jacqueline Glenn herself went there last year. Shot a vlog walking around the outside of it. I'm not going to lie. I was jealous as hell. Why? Because I have read up on this, man. I have read up on the forest, and I myself want to go check it out. No, I really do. I have morbid curiosity. I freaking watch informative murder porn all the time. I like detective shows. I like mysteries. And to me, one of the greatest mysteries of humanity is that forest. An estimated 40 plus people a year go out there and commit suicide. You have the Yakuza hires homeless people to go and scavenge the bodies for the valuables that they find. I mean, there are like a lot of mysteries surrounding this forest. Even a really horrible movie starring, the chick from Game of Thrones, whatever her name is right now. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. The point is, it's a thing. So imagine someone like Logan Paul, right? Or his manager or his team hears about this when they're in Japan and they want to go check it out. So they head out there thinking they're going to not find anything, but they do. So then they post it, then they take it down. Now all of a sudden everyone's talking about it. It turns that clip into a clip of infamy, right? It's a Logan Paul. Yes, Logan Paul. It's a Logan Paul taboo moment. That's what it is, right? So it's going to end up popping up in the whole top 5 times Logan Paul almost ended his career. It's going to be a Watch Mojo thing in 3 months, I guarantee you. Or even maybe a Watch Mojo video tomorrow, but that's where it's at now. That is the kind of infamy that's going to happen from this clip. And that, my friends, is not going to destroy his career. Not at all. It, in fact, is only going to further the mysticism around him. It's going to only turn to build him up. Why? Because it's taboo. Because people are outraged that he did it. That's how these things work. And when someone is as protected and as promoted as Logan Paul, all he has to do is come out and say, I'm sorry I did it. And that will be enough for practically everybody, even though he may not believe it. And by watching that video clip, I don't think he did. I really don't think he did. When I first watched that clip and I watched his response, my first thought was, oh, this dude's a sociopath. And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, no. This guy's not a sociopath. He's smart because he's able to play it from a multitude of angles. Yeah, he went out there, he shot it. We don't even know if it's real. That's the other side of this. People are treating this as it's real. They're treating an urban myth, essentially an internet urban myth, as it's real. And we don't even know that. You don't see the body. I haven't seen the uncut footage. If it exists, send it to me. All right. But we don't know. We don't know. And his reaction is also kind of forced in some cases, which goes back to the concept the comment I made about him being a sociopath, probably. But again, it feels kind of forced. It feels like, oh no, there's a body. Ah, it's kind of what it feels like. We don't know how real that is. We don't know any of those things. So I can't help but just chuckle at the situation because it's a brilliant marketing move. In the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's a brilliant marketing move. He has the ability to say, I'm sorry this happened, but it happened. Then it's in the history of the internet. And some people out there rightfully can be upset because they feel that he's going out there and he's exploiting this person who committed suicide, which is a very horrible and sad thing. And it is. Make no mistake about that. But at the same time, a person went into a place called the Suicide Forest and committed suicide. It's on par with the name. I'm just saying. It's like, again, it's a horrible thing. I wish they would have sought out mental help and gotten the help that they needed, but they didn't. They went to the Suicide Forest and they killed themselves. The myth surrounding this is what's going to keep this whole thing more taboo than it is. Now, because if you go on and you Google Akigohara Forest or you Google the Suicide Forest, you'll find some photos, right? You'll find photos. Now, you'll find Logan Paul went there and found a body. You'll find that video because that's going to pop up in the Google search engine, right? That's only going to make him more popular in the long run. So when you break it down from a business perspective, it is super fascinating. And I don't know, I have no freaking idea if they did this on purpose or on accident. Now, many people out there would sit there and say, oh, this, if anything, was done entirely, wholeheartedly by accident. In no way is this real. Or in no way are they this smart to concoct this scheme themselves. Yeah, they actually are. That's the thing. That's the thing to remember here. These people have been able to, through the course of the last couple of years, grow to be the top brand on YouTube. PewDiePie might be the most subscribed channel, but Logan Paul is the top brand. And he can command a horde of dumb people to do dumb things. Look at his brother and every single person they associate with. Dumb, 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 dumb. I've seen Logan Paul in person lead a horde, like from the movie World War Z, of like 12-year-old girls into a fountain to where he had to be pulled down by security because of the dangers of it, while somebody, probably his brother, was controlling a drone above, getting the overhead aerial shot to put into a YouTube video. You're telling me that these kind of stunts aren't something that they purposefully seek out? Now, the other side of this here too, I want to be honest. If I were, and one day I want to go to this forest. And I want to walk around. I'm not much of a morbid bastard that I would like to see this. Again, morbid curiosity. I'd probably be very nervous before walking into the forest, not too sure of what I'm going to find. And I don't even know how far in I would go, like realistically. You know, I'm not going to seek back 3-4 miles and then come across like the Isle of Corpses or something. But I would be curious because that's just how I operate as a person. You know, part of me looks at death and wants to understand why. And I think seeing it like that might give me some of that closure in that regard. Again, I probably need therapy. Truth be told, I'm already in it. But the thing is, that's kind of where my mind goes. I always like mysteries and whatever. Now, if I were to go out there, I would tell everyone I'm going out there. I would tweet about it. I'm going to the Akigohara Forest, baby. Hashtag Suicide Forest. Tweet. Post some pictures because I'm showing it with my audience. And this is what I'm doing. Now, if I were to find a body, I think that's an entirely different story. I don't know if I would do it because I wouldn't be looking at it probably from the angle of someone like Logan Paul, who lives on spectacle, right? Who lives on these kind of things. I would probably be out there and be like, I just came across a dead body. And then people would be like, pictures? Now, at that point, question to the audience watching, if I were to do that and I were to take pictures because they were requested of me, would that make me a horrible person? The answer is probably. But what if I blurred out the face? What if I blurred out all identifying information? You just happen to see a body there. You don't know if it's real or if it's fake. You don't know if I'm lying or if I'm telling the truth. And ultimately, that mystery is what makes the Logan Paul video as taboo and as fascinating as it is. You don't know if that is real or that is fake. The only way for you to know would be if they release the unedited footage on LiveLeak and they put it out there for the world to see. It's amazing how far some people will go in order to keep themselves kind of, I guess you could say, famous. Someone like Logan Paul doesn't have to. Logan Paul can just sit there and, like say hi to somebody on the street, and that could make TMZ or something. We said it the wrong way. All right, so the cult of personality and the cult of celebrity that comes from a person like Logan Paul pushes him to always go further and go crazier. So it is not outside of the realm of possibility that this entire thing is a social experiment. One crafted to be posted onto YouTube in order to cause such a fervor that everyone out there would lose their collective minds over it. Truth of the matter is, I don't know. All I do know is that this is not going to end Logan Paul's career. This is going to be one of those mainstays in his career that's going to keep with him for a long time. And the more people talk about it, the more people share it, the more it ends up on top 5 videos about how Logan Paul almost killed his career, is only going to solidify him in the infamy of YouTube. Because it's going to be 10 years from now, hey, remember that one time a guy went to the suicide forest and posted a video about the body in the tree? Oh yeah, who was that guy? Logan Paul. Oh yeah. And that's how you remember people like him. Because of the crazy. Because all he has to do now is keep pumping out stuff, and people who have seen this and they understand the taboo are going to want to see what he does next. If this was legitimately something that he did on accident, then he stumbled into something good. And if he did it on purpose, then he is 100% smarter than we give him fucking credit for. But look, I want to know your guys' thoughts about this one, okay? I tend to look at these things from a business first perspective. And the mindset of people behind the camera I always find to be fascinating as well. But I could be wrong, and I'm not against being wrong. These are just my initial thoughts, my initial opinions on this. And I do want to know what you guys think. If you haven't already, thumbs up that video, subscribe to the channel, and check back often for more content from me. My name is, of course, Matt Jarbo. This has been the Mundane Matt channel. If you want to see more content, which you should because I'm awesome, you can do so right now.